It all began on an ordinary night. It was raining hard, and I was tired, lost in thoughts that hurt more than the cold. Life felt distant, as if I were just an invisible spectator. That night, something inside me broke. Not a loud sound, but a deep silence. An invisible, devastating fall. The first real fall, when I felt I couldn't hold on anymore. I tried to pretend everything was fine. I smiled at no one, made the bed, drank coffee, but inside, everything was crumbling. It was like carrying a crushing weight tied to my heart. More falls came, days when I could barely get out of bed. In the mirror, my eyes screamed even when my mouth said, "It will pass." But the pain just grew without stopping. The fifth fall made me doubt everything. The 10th made me think about giving up. But I was still breathing. As long as I had breath, even weak, I knew there was still a chance to go on. Each fall tasted bitter in a different way. Some came with loneliness, others with fear. Some with such deep fatigue it felt like my soul was drowning in a bottomless sea. Sometimes, people noticed, but no one truly understood. Be strong, they said. But being strong isn't about smiling. It's about going on when everything inside you is given up. The 20th fall was special. After it, I stopped counting. And when you stop counting, it's because the pain became routine. I fell naturally, like breathing, without noticing. Then, something changed. It wasn't a miracle or a light in the sky. It was just me. I decided to fall standing up. If I was to fall, it would be with open eyes and a wide-awake soul. I started learning from each fall. Each pain brought a lesson. Each sleepless night showed me where life still existed. I was bleeding, yes, but also being reborn, drop by drop. On the 32nd fall, I found silence as a refuge. In it, I heard my soul. It whispered truths I had avoided. I learned that pain speaks, but peace listens deeply. The 37th fall came with anger. I screamed, broke things, wanted to run from myself. But there I realized, sometimes you have to break everything to build something new, even inside. On the 41st fall, I found a memory from childhood, simple and pure. It saved me for a moment. Sometimes, just one moment is enough to keep going. I reached the halfway mark. 50 falls. Tired, yes, but something inside me had changed. I wasn't the same person who fell the first time. I was someone starting to rebuild. Falls didn't get easier, but I learned to fall better. To feel pain without drowning in it. To get up faster. To see light, even when everything was dark. On the 63rd fall, I found another fallen person. I looked into their eyes and saw myself. There I understood. We are not alone. Pain unites. Hugs strengthen. Empathy heals wounds. On the 72nd fall, fear returned strong. But now I knew it well. I knew its smell, its voice. Just recognizing fear made it seem smaller, less scary. On the 84th fall, I cried for no clear reason. And that was okay. Not every tear needs a clear cause. Some are just soul cleaning, washing away what no longer serves. The 90th fall was brutal. I thought it would be the last, but it brought something new. Silence, then courage. Sometimes, the bottom of the pit is where wings are born. I reached the 100th fall. I looked back and saw, not pain, but a path. Each fall was a step. Each hurt, a push. I fell 100 times, but stood up 101 times, stronger. I learned strength doesn't come from never falling, but from always choosing to try again. Persistence is the language of a soul that refuses to fade away. I didn't become invincible, just more aware. Pain taught me about myself. It showed me what matters. It made me see light even on the darkest days. Time passed, and every dawn, even in silence, I knew I was alive. And that alone was enough reason to keep trying. No one saved me. No hero appeared. I saved myself by choosing not to give up, by holding on to a small faith that refused to die. Today, I look at my scars with pride. They tell my story. I don't hide my falls. They made me who I am. If you're falling now, listen. The pain will pass. The fall will teach you. And even broken, you will rise. And you will keep walking. I promise. Falls shape us. They forge us. Don't destroy yourself for not being perfect. Nobody is. Everyone falls. Those who stand are the ones who keep trying. Life isn't about never falling. It's about always choosing to get up. Even slowly. Even crying. Even not knowing what's next. I fell 100 times. and got up 101. And if I fall more, it's okay. Because now I know, inside me lives a strength greater than any abyss. At the end, I leave just one phrase. You are not alone. Your next attempt could be the new start you've been waiting for. Every fall has a purpose, even if hidden. The deeper the fall, the stronger the climb back. Trust the process, even when it hurts. Pain isn't a punishment. It's a teacher in disguise. Listen closely, and it will reveal lessons no joy could teach. Courage doesn't mean never feeling fear. It means feeling fear and moving forward anyway. Step by step, no matter how small. You don't have to carry your pain alone. Reach out. Speak up. There's power in vulnerability and strength in connection. Even when the night is darkest, the dawn is coming. Hold on to hope. The sun will rise again, brighter than ever. Falling is human. Getting up is divine. Celebrate every small victory, for each one is a step toward becoming whole. Sometimes, the hardest battle is within, but winning that battle means winning all others. Keep fighting, warrior. Your story isn't over. Every chapter is a new chance to rewrite, rebuild, and redefine yourself. Embrace your power. No matter how many times you fall, what matters is your will to stand back up. That's where true strength lives. You are stronger than your struggles, braver than your fears, and more capable than you know. Keep going, your victory awaits. One fall showed me my limits. The next showed me they weren't real. Limits live in the mind, and the heart can always go further when the soul believes. The pain that once broke me now builds me. It sharpened my vision, strengthened my heart, and taught me how to rise from ashes. Not every day will be strong, but every day you choose not to give up becomes a victory no one can take away from you. I used to hide my pain. Now, I wear it like armor. Not because I'm proud of the hurt, but because I'm proud of the healing. 100 falls didn't mean failure. They meant I tried 100 times. And each time I rose, I became a little more unbreakable. Even when you fall alone, you're never truly alone. Somewhere, someone else is fighting their battle too. We rise together, soul by soul. Some falls come quietly, others crash like thunder, but all of them whisper, "Get up, you are not finished yet." The past hurt me, yes, but it also shaped me. I no longer run from it, I learn from it. It's not my prison, it's my teacher. You don't have to sprint, you don't have to fly, just don't stop. One step, one breath, one heartbeat at a time is still progress. Halfway through my journey, I realized I wasn't chasing perfection, I was chasing peace. And that made all the difference. Sometimes, surviving the day is the victory. Not giving up is an act of bravery. Quiet persistence is the greatest form of courage. The world didn't change, people didn't change, but I did. And when you change, everything you see starts to shift. You can rise without anger. You can heal without revenge. You can grow without bitterness. True strength is quiet, steady, and kind. Your journey is not a race. It's a masterpiece in progress. Don't rush the art of becoming. Every fall is part of your design. Scars don't mean weakness. They mean you've fought. They mean you've lived. And most of all, they mean you've healed. No mountain is climbed without slipping. No warrior is crowned without bleeding. Embrace the struggle. It's what makes you real. I didn't always have answers, but I always had a reason. I mattered. And when I forgot that, I fought to remember it. People will doubt you. Life will test you. But your fire inside can't be touched unless you let it go out. Every time I thought I couldn't go on, I did. Not because it was easy, but because something inside me refused to surrender. This isn't just a story of falls. It's a story of rising, of choosing life again and again. And if I did it, so can you. One day I stopped asking, why me? And started asking, what now? That question changed everything. Pain became purpose. Struggle became strength. There is power in stillness, in sitting with your wounds without running, in breathing through the chaos. Healing is not loud, it is quiet and steady. Every time I fell, I learned something new. About fear, about faith, about fire. The falls weren't setbacks, they were sacred lessons in disguise. I looked in the mirror and finally saw someone I didn't want to give up on. That was the moment I chose to fight not for the world, but for myself. I used to wait for a sign, a miracle, a rescue. But the truth is, no one was coming. I had to become my own rescue. Even broken wings can fly. Even cracked hearts can love again. And even the most shattered soul can rebuild something beautiful. The deeper the fall, the higher the rise. I stopped fearing the bottom because I learned it's where the strongest roots grow. You are not your worst day, not your failures, not your fears. You are every time you got up, wiped your tears, and said, "I'll try again." Every fall rewrote my story, not with shame, but with power. I am not defined by pain. I am defined by what I did with it. You may bend, you may break, but you are still here. And that means you still have something the world hasn't seen yet. Some days I crawled, others I soared. Both days mattered. Progress isn't about speed. It's about showing up, again and again. The hardest battle is the one no one sees, the quiet war inside. But victory comes not in noise, but in not quitting when no one's watching. Every scar on my heart tells a story. You survived. You kept going. You turned pain into power. And those stories deserve to be told. I stopped waiting to be whole. I started living as I was flawed, healing, alive. And that changed everything. I stopped waiting for perfect to begin. Fall 100 didn't end me. It remade me. I was no longer afraid of breaking because I knew how to rebuild. Stronger, smarter, softer. The world tried to silence me. Pain tried to bury me. But I became a voice for the broken, a light for the lost. That is the victory. This isn't just a story. It's a blueprint. For anyone on the edge. For anyone falling. Let it remind you. There is life after the fall. I don't rise for applause. I rise because staying down is no longer who I am. I rise because I remember who I'm becoming. 100 falls. 100 lessons. 100 moments I could have stayed down but didn't. That is the legacy I carry. And it's just beginning. No more hiding. No more pretending. My scars are stars now, guiding others through the dark. I am proof. The fall is not the end. To the one reading this, your next step might feel impossible. Take it anyway. Your story isn't over. Your rise might be closer than you think. Fall again, rise again. That's the rhythm of a warrior. That's the heartbeat of someone who refuses to be defeated. That's you. This is not just my journey. It's yours too. If I can fall 100 times and still rise, so can you. Let's keep going. Together, one step at a time.